I want to go over some guidelines for the final project document that you will be submitting next week. So, what are the items to submit? First, you will have to include an executive summary or abstract of around 500 words. Now, this summary will give a brief overview of what the document is and what the document contains. Now, if you have questions on what or how an executive summary should look like, this website that I have included, this link here should give you some idea on what you should include in your executive summary. The next thing that you will have to put into your document is the overview and description of the educational program. Now, the words over here are a guideline. You might go over it. Don't worry too much about that. So the things that you will include are your target audience and the learner characteristics, program goals and objectives, the program content and resources, methods of delivery, technology, components, and strategies for assessing student learning. Now, this is all the information that you have compiled in the various tasks. There's nothing new over here. You're just bringing it all together. So you're putting all that information from the different tasks and documents into one comprehensive document. You will also include the evaluation instrument. Remember, you created module evaluations and course evaluations, so you're going to bring that in as well. And finally, you will do a presentation of the educational program. Now, this can be as a PowerPoint, audio or video file, or any other multimedia that you want to use. It's basically a summary of the elements of the educational program. So it'll include a description, talk about the audience, the goals and objectives, technologies, methods of delivery, the modules, and your program evaluation. Now, the idea is that this presentation is to give others an overview of your project. So think of this as a presentation that you would give standing in front of class and telling others about your project. Now, we do this in our work environments all the time, so you're kind of just doing the same thing here. The challenge here is how creative can you make it? So you can do the standard PowerPoint with voiceovers, or you can add video to it like I usually do in my PowerPoints, or you can also use other multimedia technologies to make your presentation more dynamic. So that's completely up to you on how you set up your presentation. Okay, the next is submission format. Now your submission is going to be a single Word document. And this Word document will include all the elements that we've talked about. So since this is a long document, remember to include a table of contents. Now, so far, all your tasks have been done in Google Docs. You're now going to transfer all that into a Word document. Google Docs allows you to download in Word format, which might make it easier for you. So at this point, for that single Word document, formatting becomes very important. Your final document should be consistently formatted. And it's important for the group to decide on what kind of a formatting style you're going to use and stick to it. The samples show you what kind or how formatting has been done, so you can look at that for ideas. Now, in this particular team project, I have tried to create a balance between team responsibility and individual responsibility. And some groups have managed this very well. You've gotten the overall vision of the team, and then everyone's taken individual responsibility for their modules, and the balance has been struck very well in some of your groups. And it's the same thing that's going to happen in your final Word document. So you all decide on a formatting style, and then it is the individual responsibility to make sure that your particular section adheres to that formatting style. So the idea here is, as adults, you need to take responsibility for your own work or for our own work. So I can't depend on other people doing my work for me. That's just not right. So I'm going to be grading everyone on the formatting of your section. And if you would have noticed in the previous task for the syllabus, and the task before that, I have made comments to everyone individually to show that I am looking at it from an individual perspective and from an overall perspective. Now, if there are common sections, divide it among yourselves, and you can add a comment over there saying who did what. And from what I have seen in your tasks, you've all done a good job of dividing things between yourselves and taking responsibility for it and stepping up. Now, once you have created your final document, it'll be submitted to the final project document discussion area, and then your presentation itself. Now, your presentation could be a PowerPoint or it could be a movie, depending on what format your presentation is. You'll upload either a document or a link, and you will upload that to the project presentation discussion area. Now, deadline for all this is December 15th. So good luck with your final documents. I look forward to reading your submissions.